Catherine O'Hara, the kind of performer who did not just entertain audiences, she lived with them. For decades, her voice, her timing, her expressions, and her humanity found their way into living rooms across generations. When news broke that she had passed away, the reaction was immediate and emotional, not loud, not frantic, but heavy. It felt personal. And now, as loved ones prepare to say goodbye, details surrounding Catherine O'Hara's homegoing service are beginning to reflect exactly who she was: private, graceful, deeply loved, and profoundly influential. Catherine O'Hara passed away on January 30, 2026 at the age of 71 at her home in Los Angeles. Her death was confirmed by her representatives at Creative Artists Agency, who described her as a prolific, multi-award-winning actress, writer, and comedian. The announcement was simple, respectful, and understated, much like O'Hara herself. She died following a brief illness, and though the cause of death has not been officially disclosed, the circumstances surrounding her final hours have slowly come into focus. Emergency responders were called to her home in the early hours of the morning. According to dispatch information, she was experiencing difficulty breathing before paramedics arrived. She was transported to the hospital in serious condition, but despite medical efforts, she did not survive. The Los Angeles Fire Department confirmed the emergency response, but out of respect for the family, further medical details have remained limited. What has since emerged is that Catherine O'Hara had been living with a rare medical condition known as situs inversus, a condition in which the internal organs are arranged in a mirror image of the typical anatomy. While many people with the condition live full lives, it can complicate diagnosis and emergency treatment. Multiple outlets reported that this condition may have played a role in the medical complexity surrounding her final illness, though no official cause of death has been released. In the months leading up to her passing, O'Hara had remained active and engaged. She had publicly shared that she fell ill in 2025 while filming the series The Studio. At the time, she spoke candidly about continuing to work while keeping her distance from others, showing both her professionalism and her concern for those around her. There was no public indication that she was seriously ill. Her final public appearance came in September 2025, when she attended the Emmy Awards alongside her husband, Bob Welch. She was nominated for Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series for The Studio and Guest Actress in a Drama Series for The Last of Us. On the red carpet, she appeared composed, elegant, and fully herself. Few could have known that it would be the last time the public would see her. When the news of her death spread, tributes poured in from actors, writers, directors, comedians, and fans across the world. Yet amid the global outpouring, her family made one thing clear: Catherine O'Hara's farewell would not be a public spectacle. According to her obituary, a private celebration of life will be held by the family. This homegoing service will not be open to the public. There will be no red carpet, no large media presence, no public guest list. The service is being planned as an intimate gathering for those who knew her best, loved her longest, and shared life with her beyond the spotlight. This decision aligns perfectly with how Catherine O'Hara lived. Despite decades of fame, she remained deeply private. She rarely shared details of her personal life. She did not chase publicity. She let the work speak for itself. And now, in death, her family is honoring that same boundary. The homegoing service is expected to be a celebration rather than a mourning in the traditional sense. Those close to the family have described it as a moment to reflect on O'Hara's life with gratitude, humor, and quiet reverence. Music, stories, and memories will replace speeches. Laughter will be welcome alongside tears. This will not be about the roles she played, but about the woman she was. Catherine O'Hara's career was extraordinary not because of its length alone, but because of its depth. From early improvisational work to iconic film roles and later television acclaim, she never lost her authenticity. She could steal a scene without overpowering it. She could be outrageous without being cruel. She could be funny and heartbreaking in the same breath. But the homegoing service is not focused on her resume, it is focused on her presence. Those who knew her personally describe O'Hara as warm, thoughtful, and deeply loyal. She was known for her generosity toward younger performers, her respect for writers and crew, and her refusal to treat success as entitlement. Fame never hardened her. If anything, it sharpened her empathy. Her family has emphasized that this private celebration of life is meant to protect the sanctity of their grief. Catherine O'Hara was not only a public figure. She was a wife, a mother, a friend, and a private individual. Those roles mattered more to her than any award or headline. Her husband, Bob Welch, and their children are expected to be central figures at the service. Friends who have shared decades with her, collaborators who became family, and a small circle of trusted loved ones will gather to say goodbye in a way that feels true to her spirit. The term homegoing carries deep meaning. It suggests peace, completion, a return. In choosing this language, the family signals that Catherine O'Hara's life is being honored not as something lost too soon, but as something fully lived. There is also significance in what has not been announced. There are no plans at this time for a public memorial service. There is no confirmed burial location being shared. There is no televised tribute planned in connection with the funeral. This is not secrecy, it is intention. In an age where celebrity deaths often become public events, Catherine O'Hara's farewell is being shaped as a human one. That does not mean the world will not honor her, it already has, through reruns watched late at night, through lines quoted between friends, through characters that still feel alive, through performances that made people feel seen. Her homegoing service is not the end of that legacy, it is the quiet center of it. Those who attend will not be there as fans, they will be there as witnesses to a life that balanced creativity with kindness. They will share stories not for applause but for connection. They will remember moments the public never saw. In choosing a private celebration of life, Catherine O'Hara's family is reminding the world that grief does not belong to the audience, it belongs to the heart. As of now, the family has asked for privacy and understanding. They have expressed gratitude for the overwhelming love shown by fans and peers, but they have also made it clear that Catherine O'Hara's final farewell will happen away from cameras. And that may be the most fitting tribute of all. Because Catherine O'Hara never needed spectacle to be powerful, she never needed noise to be unforgettable. Her impact came from truth, timing, and humanity. Her homegoing service will reflect that same quiet strength. A private room. Shared memories. Soft laughter. Tears without explanation. And a life honored not by how loudly it is remembered, but by how deeply it is felt. Catherine O'Hara may have left the stage, but she did not leave the world unchanged. Her legacy continues in every performance that dares to be honest, in every laugh that carries tenderness, and in every farewell that chooses dignity over display. That is how she lived. And that is how she is being remembered.